Here I'm reading an article from this August 1938 Der Sturmer, and it is titled Catholic Priest Professes Racial Doctrine. The Vatican newspaper opposes it. Um, so yeah, there was a Catholic who maybe was actually a Christian and understood how important race is. But of course, the Catholic Church, the Vatican, was completely run by Jews and Judaized, and of course, they opposed it. So on the left there is the German original, and the right is the Google image translate. And it says the Vatican and Pope's newspaper, Osservatore Romano, deals in its issue number 23 of June 23rd, 1938, with an essay written by a Catholic priest in Vienna. The priest in question professes racial doctrine. Osservatore Romano publishes the conclusion of the essay written by the Viennese priest. This conclusion reads, quote, all human races were created by God. They were created in the image of God. My note, not all of them were created in the image of God, but I do believe nothing exists without God. So anyway, continuing, God divided the human race into different races. Yep. What God has separated, man should not mix. Very true. God has established very clear boundaries between the individual races. Man must respect these divine boundaries. God has given every race in the world its own skin color and the other known distinguishing characteristics so that no person can deny their own race. The races must remain pure. It is the task of the church to preach love for all races. Um, Obviously, from my perspective, I would disagree with that. That's universalism and Jewishness. But anyway, but it is also the task of the church to preach the divine division and differentiation of humanity into different races and to remind believers of their duty to preserve the purity of their own race. That is extremely important, and all races should be aware of that. For that is a divine duty. On this basis, the day will soon come when the Church and the National Socialist doctrine of race will reach an understanding. The priest who wrote this essay is a man possessed of a rare gift of prophecy and equally rare courage. Yes, God created the different races and gave them racial characteristics as a sign of their distinction. He did not only he did this not only with humans, but also with plants and animals. Each species, each genus, each race has its own appearance, and never in nature is there any interbreeding, even between the two most related species. Never in nature do different species or different races mate and fertilize each other. Creation adheres to the racial laws with iron determination and eternity. Through this, the world is preserved in its beauty, in its diversity, and generally in its existence. Therefore, whoever respects the laws of nature respects the commandments of creation, respects the commandments of God. And whoever speaks in accordance with these commandments and laws speaks in accordance with God's purpose. The Catholic priest from Vienna spoke in accordance with God's will in his essay. The Osservatore Romano did not express itself in accordance with God's will. He attempted to counter the priest with sophistry. But sophistry and literalism cannot eliminate the truth from the world, and this truth will prevail. Too many are already fighting for it. One of these fighters is a priest from Vienna. He is a fighter for the truth, just as Christ was a fighter for the truth. He is not a priest, not a hypocrite, not a scribe, and not a Pharisee. He is a servant of God.